Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. It's time for the second match. And I lost the first one, but I will lose against Jace. But this is interesting. The Borg is my old pal. We have known each other for like 20 years. We started playing Magic together. And I lured him back to Magic with the Trinket deck. He's also a disciple of Power T. Now he's in the same tournament. We have both lost. We have both lost in a Swiss Draft. And we both lost against blue decks. And we might run into each other. If not this turn, probably in the next. And that will be... I usually beat him because I'm a lot luckier than he is. But we don't face off. I am facing off against Abulafia. There's a lot of blue decks here, and the Borg is black. So this guy should probably be white-red or something like that. Let's see. I am very happy not to run into the Borg with his triple murder. Wow. I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to keep this hand. There are 3 5-drops here. I will mulligan. And I'm going to keep that hand. That will be sweet early. He's green. He is green-blue. That's a color combination that doesn't work out very well. Miss, Augur. You always miss. I know you miss. Talran's Invocation. Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. I don't have a way to deal with Talran's Invocation, so my plan now is to die horribly. Or just crazy outdraw him with the pack leader. Wow, there must have been a lot of blue cards in this draft. I thought blue was fairly open, but there were now 3 blue decks. But he's gonna get me down to 14 before, or 12. But I am going to draw here. For a slim chance at survival. Here comes Talran's Invocation. But this is going to hurt. That's a good one. So hopefully this guy sticks. If he likes switcheroos the pack leader now, I'm pretty dead. Will I now try to do public execution to take no damage next turn? Depends on what I draw. But I think I will. And if he has a counterspell, I'm pretty dead, but I need to deal with those guys, so... Possibly I should cast it in his upkeep to reduce the chance that he plays. He draws a counterspell. But he has a counterspell. Even Rewind. That is so bad. Okay. Well, this is obviously not by tournament to win. Another Tolerance Invocation. Archaeomancer. No, Windrake. But I'm still alive. And here we can clearly see why JMD Tome is so bad. I don't know how I will handle the other Tolerance Invocation guy. But this is the way blue-green is supposed to win. And of course, Mark of the Vampire will be really good here, unless he has the removal. The bounce or whatever. And that's it. Let's think about this. It's just tempo. While Rebirth for the Archaeomancers. That's not very sexy, is it? Giant Scorpion is not super good. I'm gonna stick with the deck as it is. And I'm gonna try to play this. Here is the thing that with the... I don't care very much if Ravenous Rat dies when I try to Mark of the Vampire it. Because it's just a worthless card at that point. And that's normally really bad with Ravenous Rats, but this time it will be good. Good start, good start. I think it is the right play to Mark of the Vampire the Ravenous Rats here. Especially if you can't find blue mana yet. Wow, people are just playing crazy cards against me today. Glad I have Cowering Fear and Crippling Blight as well. If he's willing to play the Hydra that early. Not getting the Chronometon down here really sucks, but I think it's Mark of the Vampire now. And he might trade, feeling that he gets a 2-for-1 here, but it's not really a 2-for-1. Because somewhere along the line his Force Mage died as well. And if he bounces it, it's... yeah, gonna get another card. Oh, it's the Ring of Evo's Isle! But Chronometon can grow at that rate too. So I don't fear the ring a lot. 3 minutes ahead of him, though I don't think it will matter here. I think he's trying to equip his Drake. Yes. Okay, hexproof costs 2. Farseek. Chronomaton. Walking Corpse. And that Windrake could go all the way. But I don't see him keeping 2 mana open. Or maybe he is. What do we know? Talrand Rewind. He could rewind stuff here, but he's not going to do it. He's playing Talrand. Because he just draws 5 land and spells. So you can play them all. It's the Force Mage. Six. Trading the rats for Visionary Force Mage doesn't feel too good, but I think it's necessary here. I wish I had a prey up on here. See, now has a 5/5 flyer. But I'm gonna hurt him real bad if he doesn't do anything. And I might even draw cards. It is the ring for sure. Do I attack with Chronomaton or do I stay at home? I think I stay at home and do not risk a Fairy Invader. So these two attack. And I gotta get rid of the ring. Might get rewinded. You don't have to be afraid. Okay, so you have a 5/5 flyer, but I will do a lot of damage to you, sir. And you are not on the make anymore. But this guy is. Pack leader. Nice. So I am thinking Mark of the Vampire on the pack leader. If I swing with everything here, but any trick will save him, I'd rather be cool about it. Yeah, that's a fair trade for me. Farseek! Is there a splash? No, no splash. Well, I think I got that game. There was the ring, but I didn't see much else. I think he was... Other people took all his unsummons and stuff that he wanted. So he's really suffering from being cannibalized in blue. And the Borg lost again! Oh, now I really don't want to lose. I don't want to run into my friend in the bottom final when he's playing 3 murders. Oh my god! I'm really reluctant about this. But I don't really have anything good. And 2 might decide the final game. So hitting something that he wants to recover. Raise him with Dark Favor. Really set myself up to lose, but I think he's so fast, so I'm taking in Dark Favor instead of Tome. Though I really don't like Dark Favor. Or is it a zombie Goliath? No, it is. It has to be something that can raise him. Where's he at? Double pack leader. Scorpions are not the best against him, but they're hard to block and they're really good with Mark of the Vampire. But this is the last game, right? I wish they said that we had won 1 game each. I think that's the case, but I keep forgetting. No, I did think about sideboarding earlier. So it is the last game and we have all the time in the world to settle this. And Squigs is losing against the Stormtide Leviathan guy. And I didn't find any value in this. So I'm in for a really bad, and that is why drafting is minus EV, because you have this like no value whatsoever. This is worth 0 cents. He has lost connection to the game. That could be my my one way of winning. And I will look at another game just to see that I am not disconnected. It's Snow Delver. And going blue-red with Delver, it just doesn't work in Pauper. It works against Affinity if Affinity doesn't have any lands. But I'm very skeptic to this. He's back. I won't win on time. I'm gonna keep this hand. And it will be Chronomaton all the way. And I will just focus on growing the Chronomaton. Blue ring. Doesn't help you. And now we start making him discard. He doesn't have blue. Do I kill the elf? I think I killed the elf. And keep growing the Chronomaton. There's blue. And transfer. Fucking Hydra for 2. That is probably game. If I dark favor the Chronomaton, hit for 6. I have some sort of clock. And cast the Ravenous Rat. But then Mind Rot will be ineffective. But I think it set up a situation where I might get to my 6 mana. Of course he will hexproof the Hydra. Four. If he attacks, I'm gonna block it. And of course he hexproofs it. Will I block it? Ogre of Bolas. If that guy finds something, I'm gonna scream, but I will mind rot him from it anyway. He does find prey upon, which is kind of interesting. If I cast Mark of the Vampire on the Chronoton, it will be an 8. But it doesn't trample. It will just kill the Ogre. But it will survive the next turn's prey upon. And then I can mind rot next turn. Wish I had trample. Even if I draw 2 lands now, I don't think I can make this. He just has to block with Ogre. But he doesn't block with Ogre. Why didn't he block with Ogre? Okay, he becomes an 8/8. He becomes 16/16. But I will be at 35 lives. I can't get rid of the But actually the Nighthawk could go all the way. So now he will block with Ogre. Or do something else that is broken. I wish I had a prey upon wouldn't work here. He's now 16/16. But he needs to prey upon to get me to 43. He would be crazy to tap out here. Possibly Talron's Invocation. Trading Post. So then he can't use his Prey Upon. I can take a 32 swing. I can actually grow the Chronomaton as well here. And he didn't discard a card for life. This is a weird match. Of course, being able to discard a card for life here is very, very strong. Talon's Invocation. Well, I can't survive a 64-64 trample guy. If I could just hit him for 2 damage, but how would that be? Is this a trap then? To try to cower in fear here. It doesn't accomplish anything and they still die. So I have to cast a Sign in Blood. Play Giant Scorpion and Prey Upon! No, that wouldn't work either. So the 64-64 Primordial Hydra kills me and I'm in the bottom final against my friend. Unless he screws up enormously, but he's not going to do that. And I am a dead boy. But he doesn't attack me. So what does that mean? I can't attack him because I can't do 4 damage. I just hope he taps out then. He perceives this as a stalemate for some reason. So he must be afraid of the Scorpion. That's really weird. You must think that I have fog. Please tap out, sir. Sentinel Spider. And maybe has forgotten how the ring works. But he hadn't. So I lost. Oh wow, I didn't count on meeting my friend in the bottom final.